Okay. The reason why COVID is different than your average flu is because it's a novel virus. A novel virus is specifically a virus that the human body hasn't seen before. If we haven't seen the virus before, then we don't have the immunity for it, and it takes people out more. Also, the coronavirus, because of the name of it, it's got the little crown pieces on it. Those crown pieces bind to the deeper parts of our lungs and actually can cause fibrosis and lung damage that can last way far after you are well. Now, that usually only happens if you are hospitalized or on a ventilator or you become severe in your condition. So the truth is that we all need to stay home. Not because we're all going to get sick. The truth is 40 to 70% of our population, and more likely 70% of our population, is going to get sick. Most of us will be fine. Only 10 to 20% of those people will need to be hospitalized. Out of those, 2 to 3% will need to be intubated, where they put the tube down the throat. And a small percentage of that will need ventilators. The problem is that we don't have enough ventilators for everybody. So staying home is not about not getting sick. It's about stopping the tidal wave. The death toll has been variable from country to country. One of the biggest variables in the death toll is how overwhelmed our hospital systems are. So if we can isolate, social distance, then that means that we can trickle cases into the hospital. And at that time, they can get treatment, clear those people out, and more people can come in. If we have a giant tidal wave because we don't isolate, because we don't social distance, then the hospitals become overwhelmed. There will not be enough ventilators for everybody, and more people will die. A couple of things that you should know. NSAIDs are not what you want to use if you think you're sick. NSAIDs, the most popular one, is ibuprofen. Using Tylenol, aspirin, acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, is a much better route. There aren't a lot of studies about this right now because everything is new. However, officials from France are seeing patterns in ibuprofen making COVID more severe. Also, everybody likes hand sanitizer. We like disinfectant, and that's fantastic. But the number one thing to use is soap. It's not because washing your hands is good, it's science. The chemical nature of soap is such that it actually melts the oily layer around the virus. The virus has this protective oily layer around it. It melts that layer and makes it so the receptors can't bind to the lungs anymore. Soap is magical. It's kind of like in the movie Signs, where you suddenly realize that water, something we have everywhere, is the cure to the aliens. Well, essentially, soap is what renders this virus inert. So make sure you're using it. Soap up cloths and wipe off your countertops with it. Sometimes the simplest thing is the best thing. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm at your disposal.